infinite banking, cash flow banking, velocity banking, bank on yourself, the and asset strategy. There's a lot of people talking about this concept of overfunding life insurance, using it like a bank, having your money grow, you'll be able to control it. And the reason I'm making this video is I've seen a lot of information. And quite frankly, a lot of it's been not so good information. I think a lot of it's been misleading, and there's just been a lot of confusion. And since I wrote a book called The And Asset over 2 years ago on the strategy, since my company, Better Wealth, helps people all across the country implement this strategy, I just thought, man, I have a moral obligation to get this out and just share with people what's actually going on. And so the purpose of this video is I think it's like a 12-minute segment that I did for a company called TaxBot. TaxBot helps people with their taxes, and they asked me to come in and teach this to their group. They wanted to know how you could implement the and asset. Why would it be a good strategy, and why wouldn't it be a good strategy? And so I just walk people through the basics of this. I also want you to know if any of this content just resonates with you, feel free to subscribe to my channel, because I have a lot more info as it relates to money and these topics. I also, if you see in the description below, we've put a lot of free resources, including our And Asset Handbook, which gives you all the ins and outs written on this strategy. And we even show you how we design policies and how we use policies. So without further ado, here's my video that I did for TaxBot.
Hey everybody, it's Jake Randall here from TaxBot. I'm super excited that you joined us today for this training. I've been fascinated by infinite banking, or the and asset, for a lot of years. I started my career in investment banking, and I saw a ton of successful business owners and CEOs using this on their books and using this strategy to make more money. And so I'm super passionate about it. But I've invited Caleb here to come in and teach it, because he's the real expert. I know how to use it. He knows how to design it. And he is going to share this concept with you today. It's going to be super powerful.
Hey everyone, it's Caleb Williams at Better Wealth, and in this video, I'm going to break down the and asset concept for you in a really simple way. And the reason I'm doing this video is you may have heard of infinite banking, you may have read my book. There's a lot of information about, being able to save your money, being able to use it. I want to break down the concept of what we do at Better Wealth, because I think it's so powerful, and I believe whether you're an entrepreneur, an investor, whether you're going to work, whether you want to quit your job and do that, this is the fundamental bedrock that all your dollars should be headed towards. And it's super powerful, and I just feel like there's so much misinformation out there that I want to break this down in a powerful, easy to understand way. Okay, so essentially there's a couple moving parts, and the premise is this. The premise is giving your dollar multiple jobs. In typical financial planning, we are taught to give your dollar or either invest it or spend it or pay off debt. And I want you to take a step back and say, what if you didn't have to choose anymore? What if you didn't have to choose between someday in the future, like someday in retirement, or now in the present? Like maybe you're an entrepreneur and want to invest in your business. Like we have been taught that you either have to do one or the other, and I'm telling you, you don't have to choose if you understand the process of this game. And so the overview is this. Number one, you are your number one asset. And what do I mean by that? Is the most important thing as it relates to your money and what works is making sure that you're clear on what you want. At our company, we use ROR, and ROR stands for return on result. What do you want? And we ask questions like, what would you do if money wasn't a problem? What would you do if you were financially free? What does financial freedom look like for you? But it's really, really important that we get clarity on where you're headed. The second element is making sure that we can optimize your money, making sure that we can optimize your cash flow, make sure that we are looking at where your assets are being held. Let's look at where your debts are, and let's ask the question, are these aligning with what you want to accomplish? Now, the reason why I love the and asset is the and asset is a special type of life insurance contract. Now, when we think of life insurance, we think of this an insurance company where we put money and they insure something like our house, our car, or if we were working and we wanted to make sure that we weren't leave our family high and dry if we passed away, we would get insurance. And I need you to put that to the side, because what we're talking about when we're talking about overfunded whole life insurance is a special type of contract with a special type of company. The company's you have to have ownership stake. Okay, meaning just like a credit union, you get to be part owner of this company, and they pay you dividends. They pay you interest for being owner. And the special contract that you have with this insurance company is saying, we're going to get as little insurance as possible and maximize the cash. So just know that this is very rare. There's not a ton of people that are teaching this, and there's a lot of reasons why, and I have other videos, but it's a very special type of insurance company with a special type of contract. We're putting as much money in and minimizing the insurance cost and maximizing the cash, and that's allowing us to really optimize the amount of money that we get to store. When we do that, your money is going to grow for the rest of your life. I'm going to write the word lifetime because think about this. If compound growth, if we're going to commit to a compounding strategy, we need to commit to it for the rest of our life. Most people are saving their money till maybe retirement and then taking that money out. They're killing the goose that's laying the golden egg. And I just want you to imagine for a second, if you could take $1 and that dollar could work for you the rest of your life, think about the power of that. Think about if it could grow without taxes, if it could grow without fees, if it could grow without worrying about losing your money in the market, if it could even grow while you use your money at the same time. Now, I think you're starting to see the power of this, but we're pretty obsessed at Better Wealth to take every dollar that you're going to save and commit it to lifetime growth. Now, this is where it gets good because the second element is taking that same dollar and being able to use that money. Your greatest financial need is using money throughout your life. And whether you're a business owner, whether you're an investor, regardless of who you are, using your money is your greatest need. And how many people out there have actually taught you better ways to use your money? Now, a common question that we get is, okay, Caleb, how can your money grow and you use it at the same time? And I want to break down this idea of controlled compounding. Essentially what the AND asset allows you to do, and this is why I'm such a huge fan of overfunding life insurance, is when set up and used properly, you're able to collateralize your money. You're able to, as your money grows the rest of your life, you're able to borrow against it. Now, a common question that we get is, Caleb, why would you borrow your own money? And that question's actually wrong because you're not borrowing your money. That wouldn't make sense. You're borrowing the insurance company's money, allowing your money to grow the whole time. So think about this. Your money's growing the rest of your life. Whenever you want to use it, you can borrow against it and pay it back, borrow against it, pay it back, borrow it against it, pay it back. All the while your money's growing. But imagine this. What are you using it? You could be investing in real estate, paying off debt, and buying your business. Regardless, we are now showing you how to use $1 in 2 places rather than 1. Again, I have more videos that break down the importance of growing your money and using it, but this is incredibly important, and this is what separates this from all other investments, because all other investments I want to think of them as OR assets. Your money's in the market or it's not. It's in your savings or it's not. It's in this strategy or it's not. But we're not able to do both. Okay, so lifetime growth, use of money, we can do both. The third element that the AND asset allows you to do, and I'm writing this down. I'm not a huge fan of the word retirement, but we are in a retirement crisis. Most people don't have a fraction of the money that they need, and even with the money that they have saved up, the money is not going to show up powerfully in the income stage of their life. We've worked so hard, you've climbed the mountain called retirement planning, and now you're going down the mountain, and so many people are going to run out of money and outlive their money, and that's one of the most common fears of retirees. And one of the cool things about the AND asset strategy is it gives you so many options. It gives you the ability to spend more of your stocks if you're in a stock account. You're able to use a pension maximization strategy to get more income. You're able to use the AND asset itself to take income out, and because of the controlled compounding element, you're able to get more money. It's able to be safer, and we're eliminating taxes from the equation, allowing someone to be more safe and just more secure and more comfortable in retirement. And again, I have more videos that break down how powerful the AND asset is in retirement. Now, the other key benefit is once you do this, if all we did, by the way, is grow your money, be able to use it, and have a good retirement strategy, it would be amazing. It would be like, yes, I would totally save my money in this. But what makes this so powerful is we are that same dollar, that same AND asset dollar is protecting 2 things. Number 1 is protecting your ability to continue to earn money and protecting you becoming your greatest asset. Think about that. If you passed away, if something did happen to you, if you got disabled, if you got super sick and you lost your ability to save money, all this goes away. Your ability to save money, your ability to retire, your ability to continue to invest, that all goes away. And so it's really important that the and asset's able to protect that. But it's also protecting your money to begin with. So many people don't have certainty as it relates to their financial plan, their financial strategy. And so the same dollar that we're doing all this fun and exciting things is protecting the most important asset and also protecting our money in the future and making sure that it's protected. Now, the fifth element of the and asset strategy, and this is one thing that I want everyone to get and I think is so important, and I missed for over 2 years teaching this. I would talk about the benefits, I would talk about compounding, but I didn't understand one of the most key, most important elements of this strategy is being able to save more. Now, I totally get this if you see that and it's like, I don't fully get your point, Caleb, but think about this. If we're able to help you double your savings or triple the amount of money that you're able to save, and that money that you're saving is going to grow the rest of your life, think about the power of that. Now, most people can't save 20 or 30% of their money just because they have things that they need to spend their money on. But think about the power of this. As an entrepreneur myself, I am able to save a significant amount of money. And I know that, yes, that money long-term is going to do amazing things. But if that was the only reason that you told me to save that money, I wouldn't, because I have things that I need to invest in now. I want an emergency account. There's so many areas that I want to make sure that I'm not losing all my money or lose money prematurely. The fact is, and the reality is, if we can help people control and use their money effectively throughout their life, they're able to double, if not triple, the amount of money that they're able to save per year. And I'm telling you, the volume of savings is what makes this so special. The volume of savings is what makes this so special. And so we are able to help entrepreneurs and families save a significant amount more money, show them how to use it throughout their life, but they get all that money growing for them the rest of their life. And I will finish this off by saying, and I'm drawing this number one asset, is the reason why the and asset strategy is so close to my heart and why I'm dedicating my life to sharing this with people all across the country, is I believe that when set up and used properly, yes, your money's going to grow the rest of your life. Yes, you'll be able to control it. Yes, you'll be better off in retirement. Yes, you'll be more protected. Yes, your money will be more protected. Yes, you'll be able to save more money. But you're able to show it more powerfully in your life. And that's super important, because when you have a system set up and when you do proper planning and when you have a solid foundation, you are able to show it more powerfully in your life today. And that mindset of knowing that you have this thing taken care of, that mindset of proper future planning and proper strategy is what really makes me come alive, because I've seen people that get this and they just come alive and they do more in business and they are better investors and they're better at home because they have all this in play. And so again, yes, there's a lot of moving pieces going on, but I want to challenge you on this one thing. It's easy to get into the idea of comparing this to other financial products. And really, the only place that we can really compare this is where you're storing your cash. So it's really a savings account, because an investment, it's an or asset. A savings account is even an or asset as well. And so how I like to summarize this is there's really 4 steps in how we help someone. Step number 1 is get clarity. And this is infinite banking, by the way. Like, if you get these 4 steps, you're going to be super well off. Clarity on where you want to go. Find the money. Save more through efficiency. Put it into a policy that's properly structured, that's maximizing all these benefits, and know that you're going to get compound growth the rest of your life. And then get ultra clear on what uses that you want throughout your life. And I'm telling you, the fact that you can use your money and save it at the same time may not make a huge sense today, although it could. But over a long period of time, you are going to get both the 8th one of the world, compound growth, and what I call the 9th one of the world, total control, on your side. And together, there's no better way to save and use your money. There's no better way to store capital. There's, quite frankly, no better financial strategy that you could have in your life.
Listen, I personally have used this in my life. I've started an e-commerce company. I've used it to fund a software company. I've used it to flip real estate. I've used it to pay for family medical bills that came up and we needed some cash for some stuff. It has blessed my life in a way that I can't even begin to describe to you. And I think that every business owner has to at least understand this concept. So take them up on this offer. I had to beg. So take them up. there's a link somewhere around this video where you can click and get on their calendar for a quick strategy call, and then they'll send you that one-page report. They will give you your numbers, and then you can know for yourself what it could do for you. So any last words?
Just take back control of your money, your life, and I'm excited to talk with you or have someone on my team share with you the power of the AND asset and how you can apply it in your life and truly become your own banker and do all amazing things. I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't have the company that I have, and I wouldn't have the opportunities in life if I didn't learn this. And it's just, I feel grateful that I could share it with your people, Jake. It's really a pleasure being here.
Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody. Click around the video somewhere. Schedule that call. Do it now.
We typically get 3 responses when someone gets introduced to this. The first response is not interested at all. Life insurance is a terrible place to put your money. They don't get the and component to what we're talking about, and they're just not a good fit for what we do. The second response is, sounds really intriguing. I get the concept. I want to learn more. And this is why we have our channel, which you can subscribe to. This is why I have my podcast. This is why we as a company have put out a lot of education. 2 resources that you also might find helpful other than my YouTube channel is we put together an AND asset handbook that gives you all the nuts and bolts. I mean, we go into how you design this. We go into actual numbers on how we approach these strategies and walk through like the different ways that the AND asset can play a role in your life. And you can access that below for free. You also can get a copy of my book, The AND Asset, which has sold over 7,000 copies. Like, it's out in the world, and I'm just really grateful for the reach that it's had. The third kind of response is, I get it. I've been actually researching this. I want to work with someone that can help me, serve me, and do the right thing as it relates to setting this up. And just like I offered to Jake's audience with a call, I pretty much was like, if anyone wants to learn more about this, we will dedicate a person on our team to answer questions, to help you get this started, and to see if this is a good fit. Because I'll be the first to say, you might be watching this and might not be a good fit for the AND asset, and our team will tell you that, and we might be able to put you on a pre-plan or a plan to help you get to a place where you can establish a strategy like this. And so you can find out in the description where you can schedule a meeting with someone on my team that can help you navigate these crazy times. And again, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this, and would love to hear your thoughts. And we're trying to grow this channel and grow our reach as we want to serve 1 million people in the next 5 years.